Hey there guys, and welcome to another episode of Let's Speedrun Link's Awakening DX 100%. So in the last episode, we did all of the things, we collected all of the collectibles, like 4 heart pieces and like 7 seashells, and a bunch of other stuff, ocarina, songs, etc. So in this episode, we are going to take a break and go do a much shorter segment. So to start, we already have the optimal equip, so it would not be faster to bring up our pause screen here, but you do want to move a little bit off to the right and charge a boot dash so that we can jump over this water, and then if you can, sometimes you can boot dash over that Zol. If not, just jump to avoid pause lag and stuff. These spike traps can be kind of trolls. I don't know why this guy is just frozen, just chilling there. Okay. So anyway, we want to enter this next screen from up here, because if we go too far down, doors close, and that wastes 14 frames. So we don't want to do that. Boot over here, boot up here, boot up here. Start charging a boot a little bit on the way down the stairs so that you can jump over this. Charge a boot, jump as you get close enough, buffer a bomb arrow, put your boots and feather back on. This is the only small key we're going to get in this dungeon, which sounds ridiculous, but hear me out here. So we want to be wall clipped up here. This jump is going to skip about half the dungeon. It can be a little tricky at first. I don't remember if wall clipping is actually required, but it makes it feel a little bit safer and easier. What I do is I don't bother like walking forward while charging the dash. You could do that, but I would usually fail the jump if I do that. So I charge the jump kind of anywhere within this last tile, but more in like the latter 3/4 to 1/2 of it. Jump and hold up. If you look at my input tracker, you'll see kind of what I was doing. And then you just should make the jump. Here, we want to just avoid these guys if possible. This is an interesting room. We're going to do a water jump. Apparently you can do like a strat where you get kind of wall clipped in for the water jump so that you will, yeah, like this. If you wall clip in here from the bottom, it's kind of hard to set up visually, but basically if you'll see, oh, whoops. Messed that up. Was trying to pause while I was coming out of that unpause lag. There. If you just go back and pause, you'll see that you can't see Link's nose anymore, and you want that because that means once we jump, we will screen transition. If you can see the end of Link's nose, that means that you will have to do an additional water jump on top of this. So just be prepared for that. Look for that visual cue. I got lucky with a first pause, so I can just buffer a jump out of here, do a save and quit buffer, and then we're going to come up here. These patterns, you don't need to know them. It is a little faster if you know the most common patterns, and that one's pretty much the most common there is. So now here, we're going to charge a spin slash before coming in here, jump and release it, get the flippers, and up here we're gonna want boots and bracelet. Using this equip scheme is basically the same speed as most other equips here, save maybe boots and feather, but it allows you to pause buffer this super jump, which I find to actually be pretty helpful. I tend to fail this super jump a lot if I try to do it unbuffered, and it doesn't really waste any time to do it buffered. So the way you would want to do this, the way we're going to set it up, we're going to lift the 2 pots, wait for the P-hat to come up just a little bit, jump, then pause, change to sword feather, and then slash our sword to the right. So doing that, it looks a little something like this. Get ourselves down mostly near the corner here, jump, sword, hold right sword, and clink off the P-hat, and hey, we just skipped like the whole dang dungeon. So GG, we have the boss key. You can also buffer jumps here, avoid unpause lag, or not unpause lag, avoid door lag. Here, when you fall in the water, your movement speed is super slow, especially moving downwards. So what you want to do here is, if you can kind of jump off the end here, wall clip into the wall, or into this little ledge right here on the right side, and you can just fall down instantly, and that's very useful. It saves like a few seconds, and considering it's pretty much free, it's really nice. So, like that. Here we want to wait a second and then pause to avoid the boss's text trigger. Equip bomb arrows, and then just kill the boss. And then you want boots and feather after that. That quick kill actually does give me trouble sometimes. I feel like I oftentimes will press too quickly, and so I'll just drop a bomb on accident, which is very, very slow, because then you can potentially waste an arrow. And as you can see by our arrow count, very important that you don't waste an arrow. If you mess up the quick kill, don't worry, just attack the little thing on his head up here. Also, you can position yourself. I like to position myself so that Link's fist is kind of like right inside of his eye, because that's kind of one of the higher points that you can grab the heart container instantly, because otherwise, if you miss the heart container, you have to go all the way back down, and that's really slow. Then from here, this is our first introduction to 2D water movement. Jumping saves a lot of time, so be prepared to mash through sections like these. And then here you can just hold up and boots, and then you get the instrument. So that is pretty much the dungeon. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. A couple of tricky things that could trip you up a little bit. The water jumps, the super jump. But once you get it down, it's definitely one of the shortest dungeons, if not the shortest dungeon in 100%. Very, very simple. So that does it for this episode. And in the next episode, we are going to do a whole lot more overworld stuff and be entering color dungeons, so be prepared for that. Until then, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.